Weekly Shorts Discovery! Woohoo! Yeah, haven't played Weekly Shorts since a long time, but last Friday I played Juliano's Weekly Shorts Knockout and won there with 3 lives. You can see it on YouTube. But yeah, I was in top 100. We're gonna check out the world records from last week. I didn't really play too much, like 166. Didn't really go for super good records. I only had decent records everywhere to be able to perform in this knockout competition. There, of course, you don't need to be that fast. Let's go through the 5 maps, starting with the world record on map 1. I saw already the YouTube video, so I'm not guessing this time the times. Also, we are so late now. So, speaking of cuts, this here is of course also a possible cut of the year. I have no idea how people get that consistent. Some people went in a knockout for this, and I mean, they were actually even getting this reactor jump. I have no idea how that works. How can you consistently get a reactor jump that leads to this glass platform? I don't know. But the trick is that you can get a checkpoint that has walls on every side on a normal way, but you can get it from outside here. Like also if you just drive to this edge. Techie was not extremely fast because he directly jumped into that. And then you have to get into the finish by performing a perfectly timed bug slide. Like you need to exactly now get into the bug slide. The front left wheel needs to stick on the ground while the other part of the car is already flicking around, so that it basically gets a little bit behind and touches here the finish with the back. Like, it's really sick. And you had to get both of these things in one run together, and many people actually got that somehow. But yeah. Now we get to very normal driving maps, like this here is just a tech map. The trick is that you touch this border there actually in this transition. And here, yeah, you wanted to keep grip and finish as inside as possible. So obviously you need a perfect drift here, no? But then the question was this transition, and all the records I saw in the YouTube video where also the top 3 or top 5 are shown, all these records touched this border, like he lands on it shortly. It angles the car a bit more, and does he even use the brake? I have the feeling he doesn't, yeah. He's just full speeding through this. Like the border makes the car more angled, and so he didn't have to brake at all to make this drift. And now he has the perfect line where he just holds left and it just goes around. And then here he has to, of course, use this good start and hit a perfect ending with finishing as inside as possible, because this here saves so much time the more inside you are. And look, he couldn't be more inside. Also really, really good. Now we go to the next map, which is the one with the hidden line. The record here by ZK Rust. You jump here through the tree so you can full speed through this corner. And then people actually did it. I was in my discovery speaking about that possibility. I was hunting it also a lot in the discovery because I waited for the Yannicks of the week, if you remember. And I was speaking about the possibility of this bug. And they actually did it. The other way was that you jump into a nose bug in front of the finish, but it was obvious that it might be possible to squeeze your car in here and finish. Get a bug that pulls the car into the finish. And this is exactly what he did, but probably also others did. I mean, here I can check, but he does the same. And here does it as well. And here we have the fastest one with a nose bug. So how is he doing compared to the other drivers? Was he ahead or behind? He is... Oh look, I'm actually with them. He is equal there. Yeah, but to be honest, he got also the most incredible. Like, he goes for a ramp cut, yeah? So he gets a very low jump. The thing is that this ramp cut was extremely buggy. And then he actually managed what we were all asking ourselves. When you have this scenario, you can go through these two trees. Look how tight that is with this tree here and with this tree. But like this, he's landing as inside as possible. And no spug in. Like, what the actual heck? You see where I had to jump in comparison, yeah? And I drove a 12.51, which is really not far away from him, but I'm only barely in the top 300. Like, this is crazy. He even touched this one tree a little bit. You didn't really see that in slow-mo, but in fast you see that he even touched it a bit and it gave him an even better setup. But that's crazy. Now we have Cypher on a very normal to drive map. Question is just, is no slide versus slide? This here is a slide. The question here is, did he brake? Did he use the brake for the slide? Yeah, he did it. But only once in a small release. Now full speed, late release and into the no slide and just barely gets around but super tight there. Yeah, perfect. Lines, perfect execution, well done. And now we go to the last map. And the last map is Tropic Blunder by Sunny Sunday. And this here is a record by Susui. Yeah, the card was of course also found. It's another card, also an interesting one. Where you take the checkpoint right there when you jump off and you get into the other checkpoint and then double respawn. There's a setup where you only go backwards right and it finishes perfectly. I was wondering if the world record would actually get that checkpoint and not respawn. Just land and get into the finish somehow. Because you would think it is possible. But yeah. The winner of the edition of this week was indeed then Susui, thanks to his world record. Otherwise he has no top 5s. We have 5 different world record holders and they are all in the top 5 as usual. Nah, I'm not opening the map now again. We're gonna go into the next week and start with it, and I start also this queen timer. Settings. There was somewhere queen timer. It's so blind. Where are you? Queen timer, queen timer. Is it hot or cold? Ach, it's actually far down. Show queen timer. And start. I hope it starts when I'm driving. Alright. First map. And it is Blossom by Psyper TM. Let's see what we get. Usually first map is white. That's a wide map. With much space. This is a mix of platform and grass. Also a typical Hobbit map, to be honest. Oh, and then we have a bit of penalties. On the end it's a bit unclear. Author time first try, not a big surprise. Author times are meant to be not too difficult. And this map was easy to do well in the first try. Yeah, my ghost dropped the gear. Okay. Is there anything that you could cut? Let me check. I mean, you won't go direct there. Also the fact that Hobbit has the record also tells me that there is no cut, to be honest. Let's go hunting it then for a few minutes. To be honest, on Friday I can participate again in the cup from Giuliano. So it would be good if I had a bit of pace. This is position 2000. I took a bit more freewheel there, and it seems like it did cost a bit of time. No, not now. The difficulty is to figure out how much do you go over the penalty at all the sections. So you definitely need Ghost on here to compare. Especially the ending, but I think the further left I would go over the penalty, the less penalty I have, but the more I need to steer to get that line, then I'm losing by that. That's the thing. With this respawn I cannot really test other stuff too much. I think that it's correct to take the maximum penalty, but the minimum of steering. Yeah, so now I only have to figure out the very first turn. Do I cut over this? I got that good in my PB, this one part. Okay, now I had the line that I could go for further left. Depends a bit on on what line I go down the hill. Like what angle I can actually achieve. Okay, this was really not a special one, it was still equal. Okay, I got more speed. I got more speed by taking less penalty. The question is, can I still hold my angle? It's so similar, these different lines. When you see it here. The question here is also, do I have to try to keep my gear? I mean, here you have to keep it, that's obvious. I think I have to. Yeah, I have to. I have to keep that gear. That's the last puzzle piece. That's the last puzzle piece. But it's very, very tight to do that. Let's play this map until I hit 10 minutes. But yeah, 859th is of course not that great yet. But obviously I'm very late now with playing, so most of the people already hunted these tracks. I'm ahead with this. Aw, I lost in the ending. There was more potential actually. Ah. Okay, I could overtake. Ah, no. Wait, is this an option here? No, I don't think so. But interesting idea. Yeah, this is another improvement, top 500 here. One more minute. Lost the gear. Ah. Okay, one more try. It's also not that bad when you lose the gear, like I'm still only 500 behind. But I didn't get it fully together, like everything. It's of course a very tight map. Everyone is close together on such a track. Let's go next. Turning through something. Turning through mountains. Okay, this is the map, and we have no checkpoints, if I see that correct. And I'm 66,000. Rip. It's just full speed. 16,000, so now let's check cuts. Yeah, so you could theoretically drive a bit on this mountain. But I doubt that this is any better. You have to get up here. That would be of course amazing, but I doubt that this is working. Right now I don't think that anything works that would be good enough. I mean, it's really not far off, no? The thing is, you only need to get onto something somewhere and climb up. You would cut out a lot, but it's all penalty, so it is very low speed. If you would be able to get up here, but it doesn't look like it would be possible, to be honest. So let's see what positions I get if I try the normal way still. So I don't think that I want to drift or something. I just go over the insides a little bit. Top 10,000. Okay, I actually want to drift. But there I'm unsure. Or at least take very, very low amount of penalty. Check this out. Can go there. I have good speed, let's do this with a good start. I touched the penalty. So I am overtaking with this line. And I had a bad start. $2,500. Yeah, but from now on it's getting really difficult to improve much further if I continue with the same approaches over the penalty. I said, and then I was so far in front, okay. When I'm not so much ahead after the start, I try different lines. Because this is still an option. I mean, I was already pretty far behind, this definitely also works. Also, if I'm behind my ghost, I go this way. And if I'm ahead of my ghost, I do the ghost line. And I'm behind. I went a bit over this edge there because I intend to clip it. And hopefully I get a bit of airtime. That's the plan. Oh my god, is that close. It is so tedious to figure out what's the best line here. Yeah, why is now my ghost coming so late? 6,000s only though. 6,000s only. It looked like so much more. Ah, here we go. This is a top 1000 time. I actually thought I would improve a lot more position-wise. That was a much better start here. And then I took the safe way. It might still be fast way, but I'm only barely in the top 1000, so it is unclear to me. Okay, now we do the other line. Let's see what happens. Oh, I stay ahead. Okay. So it seems to be better. But how do I improve this further? Also, this would have beaten my other run. Also, this is kind of the limit with this approach. It's, I mean, if it's the same line, then it's just battling for 1000th. And as I said, this clip there, it could be the play. This is the thing that I will try last minute. But I need a decent start. It works. It works. Just didn't get around. No, I must have touched last attempt. Ah, okay, but I think that this is the play that you actually go over this edge here. A bit stronger and a bit more direct even. Also you go basically for more penalty, but due to this edge you maybe touch actually less. Yeah, I think that this is how you do it. That's of course a bit random, and we have also not so much known names in the top 5, so this could explain it. Alright. Third map. Usually a puzzle map. It's a red X there, but I still go into this. Yeah, it's not a checkpoint. Also not a checkpoint. Also not a checkpoint, I just follow that path. Probably everyone does. Yeah. We have 4 checkpoints though. Where the heck did I get that one checkpoint? Did I get it at the start? Yeah, I got it right at the start. Alright. Yeah, I will have to use this plugin, man. I mean, I saw already Lars, Scrappy, Granadi YouTube titles. I haven't watched these videos. And Lars May said something like best map ever. But I'm already unsure if this can be the best map if the checkpoints are weirdly hidden. Maybe I just check. How's this plugin called, guys? How's the name of the plugin that shows me finish and checkpoints? I'm gonna have to use this here. Unclaimed checkpoint indicator, I guess. Here's number 1. What the fuck is happening there? Why are there 4, 4, and I don't know, 3 times 4? Also I see a checkpoint now as well, right there. Interesting. Also here is a 1. Then we have here another 1. But we also have lots of 4s. But why do I... to where do they belong? Like, why do I not get the 4? Did I overjump it because of this? Did I overjump that? Might be. That's something I test. Otherwise, here's a checkpoint to the left of it. I don't know why this checkpoint though, why is it here? The dot, that is confusing. Is it because you would respawn up there? But yeah, it seems like you can go to the left. So here is number 5, but again number 1. It's always left and right of the CP. Like I don't even see anything. Ah, here I see something, yeah. And here as well. Oh, it's so difficult to see that. That doesn't even help then too much. Also, no, in the end I still have to see where this checkpoint is. Okay. But why is it? I'm still confused why it's 3 times... Also there is a 1 and there are 3 dots. And I think it's 3 times the 4, but I only saw this checkpoint. And I mean on the others... Ah, there's also... Okay, here's also... But that's only 2 checkpoints, you would think. But maybe this is also one and I overjumped. Yeah, I don't know. It's confusing. So, 5. And here we have 6. Yeah, and that's probably also bum and bum. And there is finish. And there's no other finish. Okay, then let's check what else we do see on this track. There are of course several lines here that you can take, especially since we also have red boost here on the left. We have and then here also a reactor down and red boost, while we have nothing right here. But there, oh no, wait, look at this. Ah, this is also, oh my god, you cannot really see these things. So this is also a reactor or some sort of, ah no, it's a red boost, I guess. But why would you ever take that one? That would make no sense. Is it even a boost or is it an anti-boost? There's also no other finish, I think. There's only one of these. Also yeah, we will just drive. Also, if I would just stay on the... Like, if I don't jump, do I get the checkpoint here? No, I don't. I don't really know what that other 4 is, but... Then let's go to here. Ach no. Wait. I didn't get... So, obviously. Where the heck is the finish now again? Oh god, is this... Ach so, of course, I didn't have the... It didn't work because I didn't have the checkpoint. That is so confusing, man. I thought he hit that as well. Okay. Okay, we have no penalty there, hence it works. Holy moly! But I can already say, for me this is not the best map ever. I don't like maps that hide checkpoints. I'm not a fan of that. To be honest. Oh, rip. One time you can go through this maybe and still get the CP? I hope not. No. I better take the same line as my ghost to see how I have to drive this the best. What happened again? I didn't get early enough to the right, of course. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Also I want to get this line a little bit faster so that I know how to do this. I don't, like, again missed the checkpoint. I didn't realize. Oh man. It's a bit unclear how you drive this the best. Like, okay. I mean, there are of course multiple possibilities how you approach this, because it's not really nicely to try. And now I have a lot more speed. Ah, I messed it up. How far does the checkpoint go to the right? So I guess... Ah no, wait, it goes until here. Oh! Is this actually the third... Ah no, here's also still... It also goes until there. But there is really no way to get through this side here, right? That would be... stupid. Okay. But I can do this. Ah, I wasn't sure with this uphill what I do with this extra speed. But I can also go here. Because it sticks so much out. There's a boost right from the start. Where is a boost here? Oh, I completely overlooked this. Ah, yeah, because I also just figured out that the checkpoint goes actually that far. More right. Ach. Through this, I guess. Ah, no, even further right. There, I see it. What the heck? This is really far, right? Also, I don't see how this would ever be worth it. But yeah, I continue a little bit with this right side. Because this is how we have to do it, I assume. But I will change it up a little bit with going through the left. Can we actually get this checkpoint also when we jump down earlier? Is also here a checkpoint? No. Because that's the annoying thing here. You would need to release a lot. I mean, I will still try it, but I think it's not working. No, there is a checkpoint. I haven't seen this. Right before the hole. Achso, yeah, okay, we checked this out. Yeah. Thing is, what can I even do with this overspeed? Is there something cool? I would definitely need to go back there. I would say. Oh. I should steer. But not too much. I just improved in the copium timer by a little bit. Doesn't really feel like I'm onto the best way. Because it's only a small improvement. Okay. Also, I struggle to get something very fast with jumping here. This does not really work for me. My ghost is always overtaking when I try this. It's basically either just driving here, or it's taking that boost. When I go to the right side at the start. And yeah, still the question is, of course, what do you do at the ending? The thing is, when I take the boost, because I have more speed now, I think I would definitely go here. And it feels like the boost is better than in this case. Ah, rip. It feels like the boost is better. If I don't take the boost, then I would also need to combine it with going inside in the ending. No, but with the boost, definitely jump and go outside. I still don't know really how I exactly do this the best. I have to go very close to the CP, I think. Ah, this is the best that I can do with this line, I guess. It's a much bigger improvement. So now let's try out other stuff. What is here? What is if I take this line? Let's compare that line. I would like to go through these trees because it seems to be the best way. Okay, there are multiple ways of how you could approach this. Maybe let's start with the easy way. The easy way, I would assume, is going absolutely straight here. And there we are. And I have a much better angle and I almost PB. Okay, also if my first try is already that close, it's definitely a lot easier to do well with this. Definitely a lot easier. Yeah, don't tell me how it works already now. Maybe a bit later. Now I'm just testing still. Okay, this is already an improvement. So now the other question is, what if I go early to the left? Because in theory this would be better, I would think. Because I accelerate here, look. I mean, I was a lot faster. And I'm overjumping. Yeah, that's weird because I overjump penalty, so it still should be better, but my oversteering loses me compared to my goals. But I'm pretty sure that I have to be faster with this. Definitely. Ah, here we go. Multiple through trees. Okay, this is already position 1100. Now that I have this done, I can, however, still try one more thing. And that is that I go to the right side at the finish with that start. I mean, this is 26 behind. Okay, wait. Is that even doable? Also, it's doable, but it's not nice to try. Let's say it that way at least. I lost time overall. Okay, then it's time to go to the left here and try this out. What if you go to the left of the trees and drive on the road? Left of all these trees? Because I'm not really getting that inside. Or you mean here, left of these trees, but this is what I did before. I think between is better. So... Also this is just behind. Or is there anything I can do with this line? Oh, thanks. Nah, this is again a box slide setup, to be honest. Ah, this is not winning. It starts with... Yeah, left just doesn't really work out. It seems to me. So now I could still try to get that booster from here, but I doubt it. I mean, how would this ever work? Can we combine a bit of right and left? Yeah, this is still an option. So let's try this out. It's a bit weird though. Yeah, no, I don't think so. No. In what world would that ever be better? Yeah. So I don't know. I am not in the top 1000, but it's not as bad anymore as in the start where I was like top 48,000. From all the lions, it felt like that this start here is good. Because if I go further up here, I'm taking more penalty. Here I can manage basically to still jump, get onto the road and then drive on the road. Here I don't have to do that bug slide because I basically perfectly land in here. Like my Ghost God is really good. I have no idea how much is possible with this reactor. I didn't really get it any good yet. I've never felt really strong how I got it. Yeah, and on this side, also we have of course the chance to go just direct or with a boost. With a boost, no, much more speed of course, and you would directly jump to the back. But when I had one cleanish run with it, I immediately beat it with that very easy way here to the left. So I'm not so sure. Like there's maybe a bit more possible, but it's still a bit unclear to me if I should really try that. One thing that would be interesting still, what I can try is when I go here and I jump. This is the last thing really that I would try out still. Okay, with this I have no speed. Maybe the idea of this plastic route is that you actually go for exactly that. Because the booster faces into this direction. Oh, there's so much penalty though. The booster has barely any influence. Like I was wondering if that jump would work. Actually it works. Maybe this is the cut. Because you can You can air brake here and hit this with the bottom of your car. And then it can push you. Pretty sure. Like, this is what I would think is possible. But no idea if you can do that also with my ghost start from the angle, or if you have to go here. And also, question is, how exactly would you do this? Yeah, but this is pure luck, of course. No. Ah, almost. I'm pretty sure it's possible somehow. The thing is, if you get this, you're immediately in that checkpoint, and you get, of course, reactor rather quick. So I would assume that this works, and there's a possible cut here. Even though it's, in my opinion, a bit difficult to speak about cuts when we have a map with so many different lines, where it's also intended that it has many different lines. Okay. You can tell me now, if you want, if I missed a line that is easy to drive, or rather easy to drive, and better than what I did with my PB. Because at the moment my PB is the fastest way that I can see. That is still very drivable, even though that start here is quite annoying, because why the heck is this plastic there in the way? What would I do in the cup? In Julianus Cup? Probably would drive like this. This is 4/10 behind. Not bad. Oh, I did that very early, that crash slide. I did that very early and it didn't seem good enough. But with crash slides, always the question, like, how much better can you actually get it? I mean, look, I'm super far behind. Not sure if I do that crash slide wrong. But it felt decent. On the light grass. That I must still understand this wrong, because is it a bug slide trick? Yeah. The full slide on light grass gives more exit speed than jumping. Now I'm not sure if you meant with the full slide, if you meant still a bug slide or just... Yeah, no, SD. Yeah, I mean, this is what I actually did in the beginning. What's Seppo Astian? right that there is also something else possible. I'm still not really, no, so I don't know if I have a chance to get my... Okay, well, didn't you say bug slide? What am I dumb? A grass slide you said, you said grass slide. You said you know, bug slide was called grass slide as well in the early stages of Trackmania. So it's kind of the same for me. But yeah, I mean, I was doing that versus versus the booster route. The question was only, do I go already here or do I go later? But I haven't tried to stay longer on the road. Probably, yeah, you'd stay longer on the road and then you go this way. And still, I struggle to beat that ghost. I mean, I could, of course, now take the inside line. Unless there would be a very good... No. I want to keep grip. Let's go for Copium Timer. Nah, I want to go to the right side at the end. Ah, toll, nice Copium. Yeah, you can now backseat. Now it's allowed. I wanted to figure out all the lines myself first. But it seems with easy ways, I'm not unhappy with my PB. I probably even got a pretty decent run with it. Ah, 4/10. I'm not sure. This is also a good line, no question. But it also doesn't beat my ghost. Because the angle is just so bad. And I have also the feeling, to be honest, that I'm a bit clueless how you do the right side of the checkpoint fast in the ending. I think that this is the biggest issue for me. I don't really know how to do the right side good. Or is there a way that I can actually make this direct jump when I come from the right? Because I have more speed. Yeah, I wanted to jump. 1426, what the heck? Okay, we're gonna check this out now. Out of interest. But okay, it's even the world record. Wait, I have it in times. Yeah, the thing is, this is what I actually saw. Ah, he jumps like this. I can try this a bit. I saw this. I've tried it already a little bit. Yeah. Like, I saw this, but the thing is, do I really want to go for that now? I mean, if you hunted at some point, then you would try to go for it. But I'm happy if I find a good solution for the knockout cup on these maps. But yeah, this is exactly what I thought, and this is probably also the cut that Lars was talking about. Interesting is just how he does the start here. He jumps like this through the trees. And this is the one thing that I have to try versus my ghost. Because Susivi as a world record holder surely does this on purpose. Yeah, this is of course mega random, mega difficult to get. Because, I mean, this is also of course mega tight with these trees. Maybe I should have watched it one more time to see exactly how he jumps off here, because I didn't try to go that far right, because it looks also really difficult to hit it nicely. There's something like this, but The thing is, my Ghost is also like a really good try. What I would be more interested is like not as a 1000 people were not doing this cut that we saw from Susumi. I'm pretty sure that not so many players actually managed to get this cut done. I'm pretty sure about that. So the question for me is, there must be still an easy line that beats my route. There must be something that beats my route that is very drivable and easy to get. I wonder if there's something like this still somewhere on this track. Because I would be very surprised if there's 1000 people getting this cut chunk. And the thing is that my PP really got this good. My PP had a really good start here. And also this ending is really strong. So I think that the line that I did, it's of course still doable, but it's definitely not easy to beat my Ghost. It was a really good run, and because of that it beats other lines. Other lines could be close to this. But top 50 is cut, yeah. And the Susui line, I haven't really managed to get it here. Where he goes to the right and then jumps through these trees. I haven't really gotten it nicely, sadly. I mean, it's also very precise, but it doesn't really look like I would overtake my Ghost, to be honest. Doesn't really look like it. I mean, it's also just difficult to hit. But you could, of course... You could, of course, go right off the trees, stay a bit longer on the road here, and jump right off the trees. Maybe this were... Oh god. What was this line? Ugh! That was sick. Yeah, right off the trees. Not that easy, actually. Because I have to go left of this triangle. That makes everything so difficult. Sure. Safe route is the no side and then reactor. Let's see what I get with that, but I really doubt that I easily improve my... Also I tried it earlier now, and I was also not really improving my Ghost. I'm not sure if I can beat it. But maybe I'm doing this right side wrong, or I get a bad reactor, or I have a wrong idea with how early I leave the penalty with the reactor. Something like this, but it's half a second behind, also phew. I think after now we have hit the 1 hour, I go next map. What a map. Fast. We go fast. And I will uninstall this plugin again. So. You got 15-0 with a no slide? Oh. And I must do still something wrong. Like, did you see what I was doing wrong there in my approach? Ach, we had still a corner here. Okay. Yeah, do you keep grip there in this uphill? Or do you jump into the turn? Because that was also what I was not really figuring out. Alright, so we have a hairpin here. And then 190 degree. Also I think we wanna take this hairpin rather tight. Yeah, I wanna be inside. A bit of airtime. Okay, that's the hunting map. Hobbit has also world record on this. Wow. Okay, bad gear because I had airtime. So you really have to make sure to get no airtime in this transition. So that you get the upper gear early enough. Oh, this is good exit speed, but do I stay inside enough? Not really. Still a beat. It would have beaten. Because my overspeed was just so good. Yeah. Also we keep grip. And going around here. Yeah. The question is, can you get this with a tight line and still being fast? And this is like, you need perfect no airtime control. You need to speed slide up these plastic parts and perfectly just enough, like keep just enough grip that you don't fly up there. And you want to get also super early up so that you then have a tight line through the ending. Shit gear. Yeah, this... Also having a lot of exit speed there and then still keeping the line is gonna be tight. It's incredible, this one failed run that I had earlier, how far ahead it was, even though it didn't hit the inside at all. That is really surprising. Oh, much better line. Oh yeah. All about this hairpin, eh? 514th. Okay. Slide wiggle would be a speed sliding. Like you want to slide on the plastic to get a bit more speed. But for the rounds cup it would be better to just focus on good no airtime lines. Like if I was hitting this, I might have had more speed than the ghost. This is really difficult to get the perfect exit out of this first left turn there. I see I can still get more exit speed than my Ghost, but it's so difficult to have more exit speed and still stay tight. Okay, let's check this out. Okay. So the thing is that what is again very confusing, you actually still have a checkpoint here. I should have looked at that again. I thought that the checkpoint was only one block next to the checkpoint, but when I realized that that isn't the case on the first checkpoint, I of course could have come to the idea that on the second checkpoint, the checkpoint line also goes that far right. I always try to go far to the left to hit the checkpoint right next to the checkpoint, because you won't do this with where he drives. But no, you get also checkpoint there. And then you go, yeah, the diagonal. Then you have, of course, the diagonal approach where you keep grip that you wouldn't have. I really hate blind checkpoints, to be honest. Also I don't know why is it necessary to hide them like that, but yeah. Then obviously you would go for that line, and it makes a lot more sense, and this is then just hitting it. Then it makes also way more sense that you go not for the booster, and then it makes more sense that the inside, the right side at the finish is better if you can keep the grip that well. But that only works because there is a checkpoint still so far right. And that is what I wasn't really aware of, but what I really didn't think about anymore, that you could just go there. I was sometimes surprised that I got a checkpoint. I was like, ah, probably I was far enough to the left. But yeah, also for me this is not the best map ever. The best map ever wouldn't have hidden stuff. Ah, man, if I kept the grip, that would have overtaken the Ghost, definitely. Also I know what the main importance in this track here is. And that is where you enter the plastic after this turn. You want to do it exactly here. But the big difficulty is hitting this exit there. Like, holy moly. That's so difficult, so tight. Okay, another improvement, 162nd. I mean, this is pace-wise already a lot better, and I didn't even need long. Like, I'm 10 minutes on this track, but I didn't really drive all the 10 minutes. Yeah, we watched last replay and so on. So that was now pretty free to get onto such a position compared to the other tracks. I had a small slide. Shit, that was actually sick. Yes, 5,000. And I made 13 positions or something like that. Some people try to hit the sub and then it's tight there because of that. Okay, but I know what's important on this track. Yeah, I understand it. It's about the X, and the X means that you have to go left or right, but that wasn't obvious to me. Like, I only knew, okay, the X is... there's no checkpoint, but for me the line could have been then anywhere, not necessarily left and right to the CP. But I understand it now. Now that I found the checkpoints, I understand that this is the logic of the author. That you just go anywhere, but not through the checkpoint, like anywhere next to it. This is the logic of the track. I understand it now, but it was... in the first moment when the checkpoints didn't trigger, it was not clear to me what the idea was. And I understand now why there is a checkpoint right at the start. It is linked with this. It's a bit weird with this plugin that the other points are also in the middle. I haven't used this plugin yet, so I wasn't really aware how it works. I guess that it showed... I guess that these points showed where you would double respawn. Didn't test that out now, but probably it is that. Oh, what an inside line. Holy shit. Yeah, but even with camera 7 you don't easily find these checkpoints. Like, when you just go underground, you don't find them. You have to be on the right height underground so that you see them. Because I was using Cam 7, but finding them, it still was only one by one until I really figured out that they are left and right. And until I figured out that they are so long, it still took a while. Like, how did I not see that earlier? I don't know. Okay. We do this until 1:15, this map. Even though I could have left it already, to be honest. I mean, I have a good time, I know how it works. But let's do this one more minute, then we have a round number where we switch map. I can definitely beat that Ghost. Let's make Ghost off. Why is this white wood? It's really hard to see the edge then with this background. Yeah, it's not good enough. I had airtime and I'm already behind. Wow! How did I not clip? Ah, I didn't hit it. 1/10 behind. 1200. It's really, really tight. $1500, last try. Is this gonna be a PP? No. Okay, then let's go next. But on that map I can still cook a better run, that's for sure. So, 5th map usually loyal. Already looks a bit weird. Oh, ready. Yeah, nice how that worked. Nein, why did I release? Ah. Ah. I was almost immediately getting it. Damn it. Dude, these 2 flights were so good, actually. mean, I just joined. The secret. That sounds already strange again. I mean, I haven't looked yet. I haven't looked a lot. I did deinstalled, uninstalled this one plugin. What's this? Also, do you mean really map 4 or do you mean map 3? On map 4 I haven't seen anything special. And then I haven't seen. Could also be a nice troll. Has he seen the secret? Dude, my first 2 tries almost made it perfectly into that finish. And now I don't get a single flight anymore. Amazing. How good were my first 2 tries? Especially the very first one. If I didn't release, I would have made it into the finish, but I thought I would overjump. Didn't know then how the reactor behaves. Man, the car isn't doing it. I got it almost first and second try, like both tries, basically made it. Almost in. Like if I had done the right inputs I would have hit it, that's the annoying thing. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, true, how do you do this? Yeah, this is of course pure luck. Here you can lose your lives. I mean, there is no skill involved in this. You go basically straight into the pool and hope for the best. Like in my very first try, I didn't count that before, but in my very first try, I didn't make it up this first pool. That was only happening in this one attempt though. But look how bad this, for example, would already be. Oh, I jumped. Oh yeah. Almost didn't make it. My PP is so fucking slow, because if such a flight would already beat it. But the start of my PP was okay. The start was clean. Oh my god, if you cannot even make it like this sometimes. Ugh. It would have been so epic if I got it first try. Of course I wouldn't have known that it is that random if it just worked immediately. How am I not beating this fucking 16.8? I didn't finish a single run with a higher jump there. And I'm always losing so much time in the start. Every single attempt I'm losing so much. God. Car! Like, why is it doing it at every single time now? It's every single time the front of the nose of the car goes downwards. Every single time. I thought also about the right side here. You go straight up, then you have a nice diagonal line. That's rip. Ah! Ha! This is it. This is the improvement I want. I made 2 positions in Duisburg with this. Yay. Yeah, I actually just on purpose went very straight to get a soup at all. Because I felt like this works better if I'm going very, very straight. But maybe I'm wrong with that. Maybe it's still super random. No way! You cannot be for real that my 3 best times are within 1000. And my first try, literally my very, very first try, could have been already a sick run. I literally first try almost made it immediately into the risky finish. And my second try as well. And now I'm so stuck on it. Oh my god. But look how good that start now works. Amazing. Oh no! It's not even a PB now. Oh my god. I think I have a déjà vu. I think this situation that we now have, I think I have lived that already. This map and how it doesn't work, and then I played a cup, and then there are actually others that have some consistent setup for this. This is stupid. This is so stupid. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, this map is I mean, this is the pure definition of LoL. Like, what can I do on this track? Nothing. Like, there's absolutely no skill involved. There's not a single part where you can use a bit of skill or logic. It is literally just pray. Hey! Massive improvement. Sadly, it didn't hit a ring. Upsala. I also don't know if there's much to do in these soups. If there's much that you can do to make it successful. I try to air brake now. Does it even have an effect? Oh, yeah, maybe. This was a great soup. But I shouldn't air brake when I still have rally, I guess. Ah, it only works when I have... Oop! Okay, that actually was fast. Man, why couldn't I make it first try? It would have been so epic. I wouldn't have known that it was epic by then, because it just worked in 100% of the time. But at some point I would have understood how amazing it was, and I would have been happy that I already have a run with it. Yeah, hold brake when you're vertical. I also thought so. The thing is, can I get vertical again? Ah yeah, look at this. Oh, I only made 3000 positions though. Okay. It's so stupid. Like, what do you do if you have something like this? In the copper. Yeah. Sadly, I didn't make it into the finish there. Now I'm not sure anymore if I really want to play the Giuliano Cup this week. Because it's already obvious that I will lose by my lives on this track. It's so obvious that I will lose all my lives here. The same like in the community weekly shorts in the first week, where there was one random map and I lost all my lives on it. Which kinda ripped my season in the battle versus Granadian Lars. Now I have literally no chance anymore because I had such a bad first week there. Like, even though I was holding the lives the longest, but then came this map and everything was over. And I think I will lose my lives on this map the same. Like, my success rate is really low at the moment. I mean, small improvements, but still 19,000 because I still didn't hit this damn finish. I guess for a better position I have to hit it now. the Community Weekly Shorts Cup from like the third last one, so I guess it's 4 map packs ago. There was a grass downhill map. You had control to a certain degree, but there were random things that could end your run, and there was also no checkpoint, so if you landed on your roof in the end, then it was over. Yeah, the Desert Soup, however, you could play, like I played a very safe way there for the cup. Like, with such maps, I expect that people will have crashes. Ah, it went to the right. Yeah, I expect that people have crashes, and I go for ultra safe way, and I actually didn't lose a life, even though it was close, because my safe way was rather slow then in the end. But I was lucky enough to not lose a life on that. But of course, if you had to go for a really fast line to not lose a life, then you had to go for risky random stuff, yeah. Yes, we have it done. 899th. Oh, thanks God. I will not play this anymore. Unless the cup, maybe. I mean, it was a decent start as well. Now the question is, how do you improve this much further now? Probably having a little bit of a better soup where you keep that vertical rotation in the air longer, because it soups you stronger there. Here it went pretty high, and then the nose dipped down, and this is then not fast anymore, but it was just making it instead. Okay, gonna check again real quick what kind of hidden thing there is on this track that I might have missed. This Easter egg. Here we have, oh god. Okay, and we go to the main menu again. Alright, then, these are the 5 maps. And, yeah, in the end, this is still the easiest map to get a good position somehow. And I also know I can improve a lot on the first map, and on the second map I also know how to improve theoretically, but that's more like, yeah, brain rot hunting. And here, of course, this different line. I will not try it now. Maybe I do it off stream a bit, but we saw it now how you have to deal with it.